making bacon. So I thought it would be a fun idea to show you guys the supplies I use for my acrylic paintings, because acrylics is also something that I'm trying to work on and get better at. So the first thing I do is actually I start a sketch out in my sketchbook. This is my tiny sketchbook. I'll probably make a video about this later. It's so tiny. I love it. So what I do is I'll sketch something out in the sketchbook. Usually it's a sketchbook larger than this, but I just need an excuse to show this off. It's like smaller than my hand. So see, I'll sketch like a portrait of a beautiful lady. And next I'll use graphite or transfer paper, whichever you prefer to call it. I got this at Hobby Lobby, but you can make your own. I made a video about that. It's a really bad video. I made it like a year ago, but you could use that. Now the way transfer paper works basically is you put your sketch on top, your transfer paper in the middle, and the canvas on the bottom, and you just trace over your sketch with like a pen or a hard pencil, and it transfers the image onto your canvas. And speaking of canvases, I'll wink, look at that segue in. I use Artist Loft canvases. These are the little thin ones with no border or edge. I like to get them in different sizes, so I have different options of how large or small I would like to paint on. I have these in white, and I also got some in black. I got these tiny little ones in black, and I got a larger one, but that's too big, so I left it where I store my canvases. I also paint on wood panels, and I also draw on color pencils with these as well. These are Artist Loft art wood panel is what they're called if you're looking for them. They sell these at Michael's, but I'm sure you could get different brands in at different stores. Okay, now that I would have the image transferred on, I rarely would sketch on my canvas. I did this sketch on my canvas. I'm debating if I want to finish it because it looks gross and bad. So yeah. Transfer paper has a lot of cool things. You can also get it in white, so when you work with black canvases, it shows up there in white. How cool. I got these at Hobby Lobby. For everyone that wants to know, I should probably say where I got my stuff from. So yeah. And I got this easel at Michael's. I just got this like a week ago. It turns out like this, and if the canvas is larger, you could add these little things and it could hold it up. Cool. And it's travel size, which oh, that's loud. I hope that wasn't too loud. Which I don't know if that's any. I don't travel with acrylics because that's too much of a mess. Okay, I get that. And then next I should move on to the palettes I use. So they're under my laptop. You can see the mess in my room. The palettes I use are these plastic palettes that I got at Hobby Lobby because they were cheap. And they came with two because I know me and I'd probably like forget where I put my palette. And I also got plastic palette knives from Michael's. There's a Michael's in Hobby Lobby by my work. So depending on what where I'm at, I could just walk there. So that's why everything's at like Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I wish there was a Blick closer to me or a Jerry's Autorama, but I don't drive, so it has to be somewhere that is close enough that I could work. I know there's a Blick in Fullerton, which is a couple train stops away from me, but like I'll take an Uber, and I don't want to do that because it takes a while. And I also have a masking tape, which I use to help me with the transferred graphite sheets. And also, it helps make cool designs on my canvases. So if you want to block something out, just put some tape over it, and you get like that straight edge. I also have, ooh, do I have it in here? I use it for watercolor as well. Frisket, which, oh, I picked up masking fluid Frisket. This stuff smells like, I don't know, fish. Or like, okay, one time I hit my nail in the door in middle school, and like the nail completely came off. And while it was growing, it smelled like fish, and like, like not like fish, but it was gross. But the closest thing I could think of was fish. So this is what this stuff smells like gross, nasty, underneath the fingernail smell. This is a fine liner, but I don't know what I did, and it clogged it, so I just get a paintbrush and paint it on. Speaking of paintbrushes, what I like to use, I roll them up and you didn't see that. I am a mess, a blessless mess, but anyways, I have this, I guess you could call it a brush holder. You just roll it up and it keeps all your brushes on nice and neat. It's super small though, because I would like to have longer brushes, but it's so small. It's supposed to be for travel, I guess. But I just have brushes in varying sizes. They're all Taklon synthetic hairs. They're soft, which I enjoy. I prefer the ones with the plastic handles, just because the wood, I don't feel comfortable using it with the water because it does crack. So there's that. I try not to get expensive brushes, mostly because I don't take as good of care of them as I should. So I don't buy them because I'm not gonna treat them right. There's that. And I do wash them. I don't use any mixing medium. I use water. I'm debating if I want to try using mixing medium. I'll see my next paycheck if I want to go get some. It's debatable. And the next, I have this cup to put the water in to clean the brushes. Oh my god. When I saw this, I just started laughing because I was like, it's obviously for marketing, but outside of that, it's ridiculous that I'm gonna have my daily cup of coffee in my Viagra cup. Can you even have a coffee with Viagra? I don't know. But it made me laugh, so I got it. It was 85 cents at the thrift store. Can't beat that. Okay, now that I talked about all those supplies, I should move on to what kind of paints I use, obviously. So I love shopping at going to the thrift stores, and that's great because you could get like these certain art supplies, and they're like 50 cents. Like I got a pack of, not a pack, but like a random assortment of these, and they're like 80 cents for like a bag of 4. And I love this color. It's Crema Coat by Delta. These are like old. They're probably older than me. And these are more like craft grades, so they're probably not good to sell your artwork with. But I'm practicing. I'm debating if I want to start selling some of my artwork. So there's that. And then at Target, they have these handmade modern paints, and they're pretty cheap too, so I picked up some. I love having like shimmery paints, so that's why I got this one. This is Shimmer Rose. And they're really thin though, which I don't like. And then I got this in an Art Snacks box. It's Acrylic Ink by Daler and Ronnie. It's pretty cool. I paint with it. I don't know, it's really thin, so I was having a hard time going like, what do I want to use this with? I used it in the background of this, and I like that effect, if you can see. So there's that. Now what I mostly use is Liquitex acrylic ink. I prefer the heavy body stuff. I just like the thicker, the thicker paint. It's just fun to work with, and if I need it to be thin, I could thin it out with water. So there's that. Also with the Liquitex heavy bodies, they have the professional grade. They come in all sorts, like a big range of colors. They're thick, which I like them thick. So that's what they're my preferred choice. I'm thinking about branching out to other brands, but they work for me. So if it's not broken, well, I fix it. They also have these like metallic ones, and they're like infused with mica, M-I-C-A. So they're shiny, they're shimmery. They probably won't pick up on camera, but I like to mix the whites with whatever color I'm working on into, and then outline my pet portraits with them, because it just creates a nice shimmer effect. And I really enjoy it. And I stored all in the box. So let me tell you about the box. So my cousin gave this to me when I was 16, and when she was around my age, she was driving to school, around that age, should I say. She was driving to school, and she noticed like a box just chilling in the middle of the road. She's like, what is this? And she went and looked, and it had paints in it. So she gave the paints, so she took it, and she was super excited because my cousin is beautiful and smart and amazing, and she loves to paint and create as well. So it had all sorts of like paints, drawing supplies and stuff, and she just took it and went to school, and she had a big box of new art supplies to play with. The person also had like photos. You could see, if you're in this photo, I'm sorry my cousin took your box of paints, but you should have taken better care of it if you really wanted it, because it was just in the middle of the road. She could have ran it over. This is 1987. That's kind of a little bit old. So if you're like dad, possibly grandpa, if you're young, ever tells you a story about how well, I'm guessing it's you, because there's like a person in both of these photos that look alike. It could be like cousins. If somebody you know, older person, says, one time when I was a young spring chicken, I left a box of painting supplies in the middle of the road. My cousin took them. So it would be cool if I like met the person that my cousin stole these from. But yeah, so a lot of the paints that I have are actually the paints my cousin bought. They're not as old as these photos, because they're from, where is it? 1996, 1997. They're as old as me. Maybe you. So they're like 20 years old. Oh my goodness, look at the price of these. She got this one for $3.95, and then this is the iridescent one, so I guess that's probably why it was a little more expensive. This was $5.59. And knowing my cousin, I'm running out of space on my computer. But anyways, I'm pretty sure she got these on clearance because my cousin's a thrifty little bean. I love her. But that is the story of the box, and that is all my art. Don't do that. That is all my painting supplies for my acrylic paintings. If you guys have any questions regarding anything art related, I would love to hear them and answer them. But thank you for watching. It really means a lot. So I'll see you guys later, Gators.